You pull in behind Bob.
All right. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Mid-South Pond Retreat. We're live.
Huge mistake for you.
This is terrible. Steve Rosenberg just pulled up off camera. Only there's no room for one more head in here today, but there's room, he says. Anyway, I don't know why on Instagram it's vertical like that, but the StreamYard got creative and decided they were going to get lousy here with a new view. So anyway, we don't really care about that, so we'll make that big so we can see. But I'm here today with Tim Cutroni from New England Aquatic Landscaping and one of the premier coaches at the contractor site. Say hello, Tim.
Good morning.
Tim, you're not going to be talking at all.
You're just here for looks.
Yeah, I didn't bring the flannel.
And also my buddy Dan Bennett here from DBC Solutions. Dan's in Connecticut. Tim's in the Commonwealth of Massachusetts, right?
Well, we're all in Memphis today.
We're all in Memphis today. So you got a kind of a New England contingent here. And, you know, I started this week thinking, well, okay, I'll switch my 10-day series. We'll talk about numbers. We'll talk about this and that. And I sat down yesterday and I said, hey, Bubba, come on over here. So I just decided that this week we would just kind of talk with people that are here. And it seemed to make sense while we had Tim in the house to grab him, but also Dan, who jumps on most mornings at 8:22. And
Fashionably late.
and joins us. He's like, hey, what I missed? But we have a good time. And today's like day 320 in a row of going live. And I said at the end of 2024, I think I'll go live every day for 2025. And it looks like we're going to continue. Roy Dahl is here in the house. We've got guys sitting around the table hanging out with us. Good morning, Alex Redmond. Good morning, Dave Howard. The man I call the wallpaper because he's just here every day on the live. So, guys, welcome. Thanks for coming. Dan, we'll start with Dan because I don't really like you, Tim. Dan, tell us, a little bit about yourself, what you do, what you're doing down here, and just kind of give us the rundown.
All right, cool. Well, I run DBC Solutions. I run DBC Solutions, where we transform the space you live in to a place you'll love to be in. And I'm here because my good friend Bubba graciously invited me down. He's torturing me, making me run the camera and all this other stuff that nobody sees in the background. But
first unpaid camera gig.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
Yep. But I'm very gracious. I actually wrote in my journal this morning about it that I probably wouldn't have come here because it's a pond builders event and I'm not a pond builder. But because he invited me and gave me a ticket and let me come down, I'm here and I'm experiencing it. It's a great experience. And now that I know, I will come back. It's an awesome event. And I'm really happy that I'm here, that I'm here with a bunch of great friends and getting to hear a bunch of good speakers.
Yeah.
So
No, we're glad you're here. Let me see that thing. I don't want you to get too excited. So Tim,
What do you want to talk about?
welcome, man. It all started with going to a baseball game with you way back at a contractor fight event and seeing you and Bubba. And, I've seen you grow and your coaching and even in your business too over the years. It's just been fun to watch. And here you are coaching people up in the pond industry. So thanks for coming down.
I appreciate you having me. Bubba put this thing together just to give back.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm from Maine, and when people say they build pond, we build a pond in Maine. We just get an excavator in a field and dig a big hole. You guys place rocks and liners and do all the things, and there's a whole bunch of stuff that goes with this. Guys, the manufacturers, I hear, guys that do all the pumps and the filters and everything. These guys do a lot with koi fish, all that kind of stuff. So it's a whole new, like for Steve and I in this industry to come in, it's like a whole new industry of people doing cool shit. It's like artists. Yeah, really. Yeah, a lot of artists. So.
Yeah, you don't know until you see it, and then you can't unsee it. You find them everywhere.
Right. Yeah, and like I said, I was talking to Wendy about it this morning. She's like, that pond thing's really cool, but talked about maybe one of her sons doing that, but it's this 3 months out of the year you could use it really in Maine. 3 or 4 months maybe stretch. But so tell us a little bit about you and your trajectory and kind of how you ended up here.
Gosh, that's a tough one. So I was born.
It's gonna be we're gonna be a little long today.
Time to get up there. Yeah, my son started a pond business about 18 years ago, and I came on board with him probably about 11 years ago. And just we're like a powerhouse. He's really good at what he does. I'm good at what I do. Blessed to be part of a family business. Got involved with the coaching realm. Bob and I with a baseball game. Dan and I have been along. Bubba and I in Nashville. Just relationships kind of come around, and well, here we are today. Like we're a different place than we ever thought we would be.
Right.
Because of the things we did along the way to make a difference.
Yeah, it's amazing. And let me, Dan, I want to ask you. Let me see that, Tim, for a second. Dan, I want to ask you, like, so Dan jumped in with us inside the Rosenberg group back several months ago, and it was at a point where you were just kind of, I don't want to say done, but you were frustrated, right? And he kind of detached from your business and everything, and then all of a sudden, like, I've seen a change in you in the past few months with regard to your, level of interest in your business. You're excited, you're doing things. Tell us a little bit about that shift.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, I was sort of detached. I had just I don't know. It was a bad time for me. Let's put it that way. I came down and went to the 2-day event in June in Houston. And I remember Steve like looking at me, asking me if I was okay. I was in the front of the room. I was like white. Everything he was saying was hitting me like cannonballs. I was
okay,
like,
man?
What am I doing? Like, what have I been doing for the last year? I've just been, like, oh my Lord. So, anyway, I took a leap of faith. At the time, I didn't know Steve very well, but I took a leap of faith and I jumped in the program, and I got to say it's been a 180 for me. Like you said, I've been just doing great ever since. I love it.
We love it. We love having you in the mix, and you're on the calls and you're doing the thing. And we find the best people, the most success people have is when they engage early, like early and often, and they're on the calls, and they're getting on the weekly coaching call, and they're doing the work, and they're really breaking things down, and so it's been fun to watch, man. So
appreciate
thanks
it,
for being part of the community.
Thanks for having me.
And you're involved. Tim was telling me, he knows more than me, but I do know this, that you just got elected to public office in your town.
Another free job.
Yeah, and you do a lot. One of the things I've always known and respected about you is you do a lot with. You don't have kids, but you do a lot with your nieces and nephews. I always see you out there.
It's important to me. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
absolutely. That's my motivation for getting out of bed every morning.
Yeah, exactly. Absolutely. Yeah, that's cool. Well, I'm glad you're here. I appreciate you jumping on today. I'm gonna ask a question of Tim. How many grandkids? 10. You can hold on to that for a second. So 10.
Take my shoes off soon.
10 grandkids, and he just turned 39. So
rabbits,
man, good to have you here, and just to be able to do this. I know you watch in the background. You're not on in the mornings. You're not one of the regulars, but I know you're out there.
I creep. Yeah, I'm a creepy guy.
If you creep and you're here today, creeping later, just write creep in the comment, and we'll know that you're talking to Cutroni.
CREAP.
Crepe.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, hey, you spoke yesterday. You chatted about sales, and so, excuse me, that was great. It was great to see you get up there and do that. And you told me last night, well, I'm really not a speaker.
Right. I don't want to be a speaker, but I have something to share. And a lot of people, everybody has a story.
Right.
And you got to tell, if you got something, share it. Everybody's going through the same struggles, and the sales is not like the word tracks. It's kind of like what's in your head.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
Today, even more. Okay. So I think yesterday, so Tim's going to get up and talk about working with families. He's like, no, I'm not. I'm going to talk about something. Like, okay. Super. So, but today I do know what you're talking about. So tell these guys a little bit about that.
Yeah. I'm talking about how my son and I built $1 million maintenance division. And we're not a one-hit wonder. It's been 4, going on 5 years consecutively doing this. And then, let the cat out of the bag a little bit. It's not what I know or my son knows. It's about building a culture and building a team. I can't do this alone, nor do I want to. So you have to bring people with you so you can father. I can go faster by myself, but father with a tribe. So that's what it's all about.
I'm looking forward to it. I think we're going to be in a workshop with the job site foreman and the guys that work in the field. So I think I'm going to miss that, but I think Wendy will record it for me so I can, go home and watch it, just fan out on you.
I heard it's like I'm pretty animated.
Yeah. We got a video of Tim yesterday. Wendy says, look at this. I go, oh boy, we save that. That's going to be on TikTok.
You guys want to see a TikTok of me? Put TikTok in the chat. In the comments.
Right. Yeah. Put TikTok. We'll make it up. So Bubba is here. Dave said, where's Bubba? He's here. Argentina is here.
Yeah.
So Argentina is Dan Bennett's virtual assistant. Where is she?
She's in Mexico.
She's in Mexico.
Yep.
Cool. So you guys that haven't dipped your toe in the water of the virtual assistant world, reach out to us. We can help you with that. it's good stuff. We talked a lot about that yesterday. Steve spoke for a while on that later in the day. My eyes were rolled back in my head. I was tipped over under the desk back there. He put me to bed again.
So much.
But yeah, he's got one of those strings in the middle of his back, and you just pull it out and let it go, and then he just goes on and talks about whatever for a long time. So anyway, Dan, today, like, talk about coming to events. Okay, I know you've been to a bunch. We've been to all the ones in Denver, and you've been to other things, and here you are in Memphis, and so you obviously value what goes on at these things. Yeah. What do you try to get when you come to an event? What do you try to get out of it?
I just always kind of look at the agenda, the speakers that are going to be there, and try to pick something from each of them. And for this event, for me, it's Clayton is going to be speaking today about what he does with automations and stuff like that. And that's particularly important to me right now because I'm working on developing or implementing that into my business. And so currently, and in the past, my follow-up's not great. It's all pretty much on me. I have some automations built, but a lot of it lands on me, and I'm not the greatest at following up. So I'm really looking forward to implementing that system and hearing Clayton speak about that today.
That's awesome. I couldn't be more excited. Steve and I are going to be. Come on, get in here.
No, I'm just saying.
Come on over here. He can't help himself.
No, you go. I'll sit behind you. Come on, man.
Remember, they used to call Kurt Schilling red light with the mic. Yeah. Steve, he's back. Get in here. So, one of the things I wanted to talk with you about, like, you speak a lot, right? And so
Apparently.
I didn't mean he talks a lot too. But we have a good time, guys. All kidding aside, these guys are doing some great things here, and there's people here that do several $1 million in business. They're not messing around. They've done it. They've done it right. They've done it wrong. They've screwed up. They're sharing with everybody, just building a community. Like, speaking of community, okay, that's one of the things that when I started working with Steve, I said a couple things that I want to make sure that happen. Number one, I don't want you to disappear. I want you to be visible in the community. Number two, I want to make sure we build a community, and we're doing that. And so talk a little bit about that and just the value of all that, Steve.
Well, look, I think as entrepreneurs, we get here, right? We come to an event like this, and everyone's together, and everyone's brainstorming and having these great conversations, but then everyone leaves.
Yeah.
And they go back to their houses. They go back to their solid, walls that they've built around them, and they're alone.
Yeah.
And you're on this hamster wheel, and there's no one to tell you, hey, get off the wheel today.
Right.
Enjoy time with your family. Focus on making money, not just being busy. There's no one to do that. And listen, when I built my business, I didn't have anybody. We didn't have a community. Now with the online ability to be able to connect so much easier, I just think that not only is it a community, but it doesn't need to be a community of people doing the same thing.
Right.
And I think that's important. I think that, and as you know, and when we started talking about you coming over and being a part of the group, I'm like, there's entrepreneurs from different walks of life, different businesses, different industries. But that's what actually makes it so amazing is because everybody has different experience. Dan, I'm sure you can attest, you've been to my conferences and my events. There's people that do real estate, property management. But at the end of the day, we're all entrepreneurs, and we're just trying to build a mechanism to have a better life.
Right.
And so my focus is how do I help you build that mechanism better? And how do I make you build that mechanism faster so that you can go enjoy your life? So that he can have his 20 grandkids, and he can enjoy it. And,
halfway there.
Yeah, halfway there, 50-yard line. Yeah, get in there. Get in there. No pun intended. Anyways,
Family show.
So, but I just think that's something that's missing.
Yeah.
And again, we think that, I think a lot of us come from the old school mentality that if I just keep working harder, I'll figure it out.
Yeah.
But we all know that's a lie.
Right.
It's not going to happen.
Yeah.
And so we have to go, okay, if that lever's not going to work, well, we got a creeper. If that's not going to work, then we got to go, okay, what am I missing?
Right.
And I think the ingredient is the community. I really do. I think that all of us here brainstorming, people are going to walk away with ideas that they don't even know that have been seeded in their brains that may pop out 3-4 months later and go, you know what? Frick, I remember that conversation.
Yeah.
I'm going to call that guy and have that conversation with him because he has the answer to what I need. He's not even in my industry, but he's a business owner. And I think that's what's important.
It's funny too, like, and you guys have probably noticed this too, and this guy's sitting around here, like, excuse me, you get involved in a community like this, right? And people get you. people get you, because you might be talking to somebody else. And I know in Maine, when I've talked to people about coaching or working with a coach or whatever, they're like, what? You spend money to work with a coach? I'm like, yeah. Anybody that's trying to do something great has got at least one coach.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And like I heard you mention in your talk yesterday about Michael Jordan, right?
Yeah.
He was already great and then added coaches.
He had 5 coaches.
Yeah.
And I think he's the best athlete on the planet.
Yeah.
But he practiced 8 hours a day.
Yeah.
And he had 5 coaches.
Yeah.
So was he great? Because he got cut from his high school basketball team.
Right.
So he didn't have natural talent. He wasn't born with great talent.
Yeah.
He had to work at it. But then sometimes, he had the talent, but I think a coach brought that greatness out of him.
Yeah.
And so I think that's what look, when it comes to coaching, what are you getting? You're bypassing the thousands of mistakes that other entrepreneurs before you have made.
Right.
So you don't make them, because
Yeah.
you are going, all of us, every single one of us. I invest money in myself. I have a coach who you guys met. But at the end of the day, I think what people don't realize is everybody has their own glass ceiling.
Right.
And for you to think that, hey, I've made it, I don't need help, I think that is the beginning of the end for you.
Yeah.
And that's the ignorance, and that's your ego talking. That's not economics talking.
Yeah. It can be a lonely existence, as an entrepreneur. But guys, a great example of coaching and growth is like when I introduced Dan. Did you hear what he did? I'm Dan Bennett, and what was it? It rolled
He did
right
an
off.
elevator pitch.
It rolled right off his tongue because he's been coached and he knows. So when somebody asks Dan, "Hey, what do you do?" This is who I am and what I do. Yeah. And so it sets you apart from Joe Sixpack, so to speak. It's like, well, I do a little remodeling,
Right.
that kind of thing.
Can I touch upon something?
Yeah, for
You
sure.
get my mic?
Oh no, that may not go well for you later, Dan.
This is awkward.
What do I do while I wait?
Steve just said how some people think that you just keep working harder and you're going to get there. And that really resonates with me, because I did that for the first 10 years of my business. I didn't know any better.
Right.
I'm a carpenter. That's how I got into the business. I didn't want to work for other people anymore. And I literally for 10 years just kept saying, I just got to keep working harder. I just got to work
Then I'll
hard,
make it.
and I'm going to get there. And I threw in the towel after 10 years. I gave up, and I took a few years off, and I got back into it. And when I got back into it, I don't know why exactly, but I just started asking better questions. I asked some people that I had worked for, like, what did you do? They gave me some advice. That led me to networking, which led me to my first coach, which led me to where I am now. And it's a night and day difference for me. So.
And what's interesting? Thank you. I got it back. Yes. What I think is interesting is, the person that you're becoming, right? The new version of you. He's not back in 2010. He's not in 2020.
Right.
He's in front of you.
Right.
So you're not through comfort and ego. You're not going to meet the Dan that's running a $20 million company. The Dan that's doing that, he's hiding behind fear and doubt. So you have to go through your fear and through your doubt and through your ego and go, you know what? Fuck, maybe I don't know the answer.
Right.
Maybe collectively, look, do I have all the answers? Absolutely not. Does Bob know? Does Tim know? But collectively, right, as a team and as a community, we may go, you know what? I'm piecing this together, because that's all it is. You're piecing the puzzle together. And for somebody to think that one person's going to have the answer, that's not true. I don't. Yeah. But as anyone knows, like with me, I am huge with my Rolodex. I don't need to know the answer. As you saw at Mach 5, the people that came and I don't need to know it. I just need to know who to call.
Right.
And that's the key. That's what a business is. A business is leveraging other people. And so you should take your own education, your own knowledge of the person that you are going to become, the person you are becoming, and go, who? It's like that book, Who Not How, right? Mm-hmm. Who do I need to meet? Who do I need to become? Who do I need to hire to build? Because if you squeeze an extra hour out of your business, that's not going to equate to $2 more million in revenue. You're not going to make another 200,000 by going, if I just squeak another hour out. So you got to go, okay, maybe I'm pulling the wrong lever. Maybe the hourly work and the hard work that we were all grown up taught, maybe that era doesn't work anymore.
Right.
And maybe I've got to pull another lever. And the lever is who? Mm-hmm. That's my opinion.
Yeah.
I'll
acquiesce. Give me that thing. Yeah. Guys, thanks. I appreciate it. Tim, like I always say, like on my podcast, when I'm working with somebody on a podcast before we wrap up, and we've been here about 20 minutes or so, we got to get some breakfast. What would you say to someone that was considering seeking out a coach and getting some help with their business, or maybe somebody that's just feeling like, man, I'm just grinding and grinding and grinding. And guys, so Tim coaches with the Contractor Fight and Tom Reber and those guys. That's where a lot of us us guys met.
Right.
And he's here coaching these guys up in the pond industry this week, but he's done a ton of stuff. So go ahead.
I would have to say, remember we were talking last night about going fishing?
Yeah.
Yeah. What did I tell you we had to have? We're gonna go fly fishing. Who do we have to get to bring us?
Oh, Tom Smith.
A guide. Anybody.
Guide, yeah.
Any guide. And let him right in the
Come
answer.
on,
No.
man. You're
Yeah.
swinging them.
Right. So you could be casting a line in a tree and not thinking you're going to catch a fish of a lifetime. And it's like, why? You would hire a coach if you wanted to go somewhere. You'd hire a guide
Right.
if you wanted to catch a fish.
Yeah.
They would tell you where to fish. Because fishing in the wrong spot, that's a drag. That's like sinking worms.
Right.
So that's
Yeah.
my advice is like, if you don't know how to do something, find somebody who does it better or knows how to do it and follow them. Why do it yourself? Because we only got so many minutes on this planet. Let's get to it quicker. That's
Right.
my advice.
Yeah, especially when you're your age, I mean, you got to get after it. Steve, how about you?
Well, look, I think at the end of the day, you're going to pay the bill.
Yeah.
The bill will be paid. You're either going to pay in money or time.
Right.
That's the reality. You're not getting out of this without paying your bill.
Yeah.
And most people, they value, they will waste what they value the least. So they will waste their time when you make more money. You
Right.
can always get more money. But when you think about it, listen, if you're going to be a doctor, you don't
Yeah.
just decide one day and start cutting people open. You got to go to medical school.
Right.
If you want to be a lawyer, you don't just start defending people. You go to law school.
Right.
As a pilot,
Hopefully.
I don't just get in a plane. I had to go to flight school.
Yeah.
So then you go, well, where do entrepreneurs go? What school do you go to? And
You
the
go to
answer
the
is,
Midsouth Honda
and then
School.
everyone says, oh, the school of hard knocks. Well, I would say, well, that's why
Yeah.
94%
Right.
Of- business owners will be out of business in 10 years. So
Yeah.
I don't like those odds. So you go, okay, the flip side is what is the 6% that are surviving? What are they doing differently? They have a guide. They have somebody,
Right.
you want to cross a frozen pond. What do? Follow the footsteps of someone who's already crossed the pond before you.
Right.
You want to be successful. What do? Follow the success of somebody who's already built a successful business. Because like I said, the bill will be paid. And it's not the cost of action, it's the cost of inaction that it's costing everybody.
Right.
And the sad thing is it's not just them, it's costing their families.
Yeah.
They're sacrificing their time with their families, and they're trying to act like they're doing something noble.
Yeah.
And they're trying to act like they're doing something for the greater good. But the reality is they're not. They're being selfish
Right.
because they're hoarding money and they're wasting their time. And that's something they never get back.
Love it. Go
Hold
ahead,
on.
Tim.
Hold on. I want you to answer this. So somebody says right here, it's like a coach doesn't cost you money.
Coach doesn't.
It doesn't cost you money. He makes you money.
Oh, it's an investment.
Right,
It's like marketing. People are like, I spend money on marketing. It's like, no. You invest money on marketing if you do it correctly.
Yep. So
A coach doesn't. Yeah, a coach is supposed to elevate you. You're bypassing the thousands of mistakes. Like if let's just say you were going to get a coach. I just paid a coach $50,000 to coach me, and people are like, man, that's a lot of money. I'm like, you're asking the wrong question. The question you should be asking me is, how much did he make me?
Right.
And he made me about $350,000 at one event in one day because of what I learned from him. So who would invest $50,000 to make $350,000 in one day? Right. It's a no-brainer. So again, I have learned it's the questions you ask in the paradigm shift that you have to do of saying, okay, not what does something, again, man, I got to spend all this money to buy this company truck. That's a lot of money. I could just carry the wood. It's like, yeah, but it's going to waste you. It's going to cost you time and probably your physical back.
Right.
Carrying this back and forth from your house.
Yeah.
So what are you doing? You're using leverage. It's just a tool to accelerate you. And when you buy a car, you pretty much know when you buy the car, you're going to have car payments. But you also know you're going to have to replace the tires. You're going to have to get the oil change. You're not like, no, fuck that. I bought the car. I'm not changing the oil. That's it. This is all. Everything I got is this. I'm not changing the tires. I'm not changing the windshield wiper blades. And you're like, bro, you're going to kill yourself.
Yeah.
So it's the same thing with coaching. So I tell people, if you went into it the mindset that I'm going to budget, to better myself, to better my business, and that was in the budget of what you were doing, it wouldn't be a cost. It would be part of your budget, and it would be part of your investment in yourself to grow your business. I was doing 1 million. I got involved with either Contractor Fight Steve or whoever it is, doesn't matter. At the end of the day, because of that, I elevated and expedited my training, and now I'm doing 5 million.
Right.
So who would invest? If Dan gave me $1 and I gave Dan back $10 with no strings attached, you're gonna go, fuck, okay. If I gave you 100, if you gave me 100 and I gave you 1,000, you gave me 100,000, I gave you $1 million.
Doing that.
You would do it all day long.
Sign me
That's
up.
what coaching is.
Right.
You invest in it, and as a result, you get a return. Now you got to trust, verify all that. I get all that. But that's the concept of coaching. You're expediting that, because my thing is if you knew how to do it, why haven't you done it already?
Right.
Yeah.
If you knew the answer, if you're like, oh, I can figure it out, it's like, well, then why haven't you?
Right.
The answer is you can't. That's just your ego, and you don't want to admit that you don't know something.
Right.
Sorry, I don't know if that was.
That's exactly what I want
Yeah.
to hear.
I warned you.
It's the end of the year.
Go ahead.
Right.
We're
We're
gonna
coming
go
down to the
to-
end of the year. This is a business expense. Coaching is a business expense. And for having a business expense, that's a tax deduction.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's right.
It's the end of the year. What better gift to give to yourself and give to your family?
Right.
Hire a coach. Hire
Yeah.
a guide.
There
Yeah,
you go.
that's me.
Dan, what do you want to leave people with?
Well, it's kind of already been said, but especially in the trades and in the pond builders, these guys would invest a ton of money in the latest, greatest tool that they thought would help
Right.
them build their business.
Yeah.
But a lot of times people have a closed mindset to investing in themselves. And I think that that's super important.
Yeah, that's a good perspective, and listen, I don't know how many guys I've coached. They've got the big old lifted trucks, they've got the boats, they got all the toys, and they're like, oh, I would never get a coach. I'm like,
Yeah.
okay. So, and of course they're drowning in payments, they're losing their ass. They're like, oh, business is bad right now. I'm like, so no business is happening? Nothing is going on in the whole state of Wisconsin, you're telling me?
Right.
Oh, there's business, and like, so
Can't
you
find
just
good
don't know how
help.
to get it, is
Yeah.
what you're saying.
Right.
But again, they will, like you said, they will buy the tools, they will buy the toys, they will buy all those things, but they won't invest in themselves. So they won't reprogram themselves to say, okay, what worked in 2010, it's not going to work today. It's just not working.
Right.
Gee, maybe I should just keep doing what I did in 2010. It's like the yellow pages work, so I should just keep advertising the yellow pages. You'd be like, dude, you're a moron. It doesn't work. There's a thing called Facebook, Instagram now, Google Ads, all these things. AI. Look, AI is I think it's going to do away with Google Ads, because you're not going to need the ads and the ads. Now, there'll be something else equivalent, but that way, pretty soon, that way of doing it, I mean, for anyone that still has a MySpace account, I would say probably a good idea to close that. It's just not going to work anymore. So to your point, I think that people will invest in a tool, and it's kind of like having the nicest car in the driveway, but you don't know how to drive it.
Yeah.
So you can have the best business model in the world, but if you don't know how to have it make you money, it's just a tool. And I think the biggest challenge, and I see this a lot in the real estate world, and I do see it in the contracting spaces, they identify with what they do. So if I say, what do you do? And you're like, I'm a remodeler. No, you're a business owner. The subsection of that business happens to be in the home services, and the subsection of that happens to be remodeling. But if you look at everything as a remodeling, if I were to say, hey, Dan, I've got a commercial building I think we should all buy, and it's a triple net lease, and we can do this, and we can get this return, you're going to go, Steve, I'm a remodeler.
Yeah. Right.
And I would probably never come to you with that opportunity, because I'm going to go, Dan's not a business person. Dan's a trade.
Yeah.
He's a mechanism. So the more you can step back and say, I'm a business owner, I look at business opportunities, the more businesses and more opportunities will flow your way, because you're looking at it from a different lens. So
I have
Yeah.
one more quick point, if you
Good.
don't mind. This was something you said earlier about coaching and having multiple coaches. Michael Jordan had 5 coaches, right? One of the advantages of being in a community-based coaching program like this is that you have access to multiple coaches.
Oh, yeah.
So
yeah, I mean, how many?
Yeah.
Like, I know you're reading James Morris's book.
I love it. Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's coming to speak at Roundtable. He's not any of the coaches, but he's a good friend of mine. He runs a multi-million-dollar company, a training, staffing, temp company. What could you learn from him? He's a successful entrepreneur that deals with team, staff. He's coming to teach on leadership.
Yeah.
Phil Kornichuk is, Green Beret, Army Ranger, 13 tours. He's coming to speak on leadership and how he dealt with leadership under fire in Afghanistan.
Yeah.
You're probably going to learn a couple things. He's not a business guy per se. He's not a trade person.
Right.
But I think you can learn something from this guy about leadership.
Absolutely.
That's the point.
Yeah, I think you can hang on to it. I think the key here, what I'm hearing, guys, is that when you come to something like this and you surround yourself with people that want you to win, and you leave the ego in the truck and avail yourself to the process, you can grow. And I always say this: entrepreneurship can be a lonely world because you feel like a rudderless ship at times. You can feel like you're on an island, but if you get around the right people, like I always say, the people that want you to win, people that are all pulling on the same end of the rope, and get in the right rooms, no matter what it takes to get there, you're going to succeed. I truly believe that. I mean, I don't see people that get involved with coaching and with a community quit. We just don't let them quit.
And you know what people need more of?
Grab that mic.
People need more hearts.
People need love and kindness.
And
Wendy, come over.
kindness.
Come over.
Wendy. People, I know. Let's give Wendy a chair here. Come on.
People need more love and kindness. Tell us, take the mic.
Oh, wait, you go
No.
yours.
Tell us a little bit
I don't
about
think
your movement.
Yeah, it's pretty
Sit
cool.
for a second.
I haven't got my free shirt yet. That's all
Right?
But anyway,
She hates this. Yeah, sit right
there
down.
it is. Look at that. The advertisement, the plug.
So slide in.
I
there.
just woke up.
Where's the mic?
It's fine.
Steve had it. Of course. I keep losing that.
So what is it you're doing and why are you doing it?
Well, no, I'm just kidding. I'm trying to spread as much love and kindness in the world as I can and impact the most people as I can, which I'm just a small girl in Maine, so it's hard, but
Just a small girl in Maine. That doesn't fly.
it's going to be. So I have these messages that I put on t-shirts. The t-shirt's black, the writing is white, and there's a little red heart at the end of each message. Like this.
Kind of like
It's like that.
How about a heart, guys? Put a heart out there.
And I'm just doing it to make the world a better place because it needs more love and kindness right now, I feel. And sometimes people need to feel like they're enough because people aren't telling them or they don't feel it inside. So it's for the person that's wearing it and for the person that's reading it to get the message. So
Yeah, you've done well. Like month one, got some gross sales going. We talk margin.
dangers.
We got what she calls. She'd be like,
stranger
I
sale.
got another stranger sale. I'm like, what is a stranger? Somebody I don't know bought something, and so that was
Like
exciting.
word of mouth or
Yeah.
however they found it. Maybe they found it
Yeah.
on the Etsy store. I get excited. I only have 2, but
It's been fun to watch you do it and get excited about it, and it's been good training for me to keep my mouth shut, which is, you
product.
should do this, and you could make hats, and you could have bracelets. I'm like, shut up, let her do it.
Shut up.
Yeah, I could just shut up and let it be hers. So you're doing great. I'm proud of you.
Thanks.
It's awesome. So, and I know you love being on camera. So thank
Yeah,
you
I
for
love
sitting there.
this. This is
Guys,
awesome.
the
Thank you.
website is coming across the bottom of your screen right now. It's called Love and Kindness Threads on Etsy. And you can always hit us up here if you need something. Guys, I didn't get a chance to read down through the comments today because I'm more than 2 feet away from the screen, which means I can't see anything.
There's a screen.
Yeah, there's a screen over there somewhere. But
We're just talking to
guys, thank you. Dan, thank you. I appreciate you.
Thank you, man.
Yeah.
I appreciate the opportunity to be here this morning.
Yeah, thanks, man. I appreciate it. Tim, love you, man. I'm glad you're here, hanging out with us. And this just shows that, guys, the rising tide lifts all boats, right? And, frankly, some of you might be surprised. We're sitting here with Tim Cutroni from the Contract Fight. Who cares? We just all want to help. Guys, if you're struggling in business, whether you're a contractor, you're a pond builder, I don't care what you do. Get someone in your corner. If it's not us, get somebody, okay? So yeah, guys, thank you, Steve. I appreciate it. Steve's going to speak today. Tim's speaking today. Then Steve and I are going to work with job foreman and the guys in the field in a workshop. Jacob Salem's here today. Clayton Grabba today. We got some manufacturers coming in. So it's just a great thing. And I just want to thank Bubba Hogan again. Bubba, come over here real quick before we wrap up.
everyone's
Yeah. I want to thank Bubba for putting this on. Sit down, buddy. And then we're going to go because we got to yeah.
We're almost out of time.
Right. Yeah. I just want to know, like, if someone was thinking about getting some coaching or coming to an event, what would you suggest?
Ask yourself 4 letters. WWBD. What would Bubba do? He would hire a coach or 2, if not 3 or 4.
Absolutely. Guys, appreciate it. Thank you for putting this on. I know it's a lot of work. We're all here. We're all having a great time. It's going to be a great day today. Got a casino night tonight to benefit
Oh, yeah.
the Live Like Jet Foundation that Steve put in place for his late son, Jet, that unfortunately perished in a motorcycle accident a couple of years ago. And so we've all kind of just gotten behind that and try to create opportunities where we can keep shoveling money at being able to get kids to trade school that might not otherwise be able to get there. So
Remember, you become the 5 people you hang out with the most. Surround yourself with that. Who are the people that you surround yourself with?
Yeah.
And better yet, are you one of the people look forward to surround themselves with you?
yeah, exactly. Love you guys. Appreciate you. Thanks, guys.
guys.
All right, we're out. Have a great day, everybody.
Yeah.